Welcome to News Channel 8. I'm Junior Garcia, and here are some of the stories we have for you tonight. Governor discusses RT Park. St. John Elementary School closes, and National Guard stages military operation to test preparedness. These stories and more up next on News Channel 8.
TV8 News is brought to you by Total Excellium. More protection, more miles. Total, you know where to turn.
In our top story, Governor John D. Young Jr. recently appeared on local radio show Straight Talk to discuss the current status of University of the Virgin Islands RT Park.
I never knew where that was coming from until I found out about this, what's being called the Malone Amendment.
Right.
That's when I began to put two and two together and realize what was taking place.
Right.
They're collecting revenues,
Right.
getting a tax benefit, and at
Right.
the same time the Virgin Islands is at the bottom. That's a wrong scenario. That should not be. How I got to this situation, let me just explain it for a quick minute.
No, you got all the time in the
I did
world.
not get there to where we are with respect to Research and Technology Park by waking up one day and deciding I want to look at their business operations. I have enough on my plate that I don't need that altogether.
Sure.
The way I got there is that back in 2011, one of the ISPs got benefits at the Research and Technology Park.
Right.
And they were taken off the tax roll.
Right.
I contacted the Research and Technology Park and said, would you please tell me exactly what you did? Because you're taking a tremendous revenue generator off our tax roll.
Sure.
How did you make that decision? I was told they could not even share the information with me.
Really?
They said, we don't know if we can give you that information. I said, but I'm the governor. What do you're taking a taxpayer off the roll. I'm just asking you, how did you get there? What was the rationale that caused you to? Because remember, I'm coming from the EDC mind point, which is you've got to make a certain level of investment. You have to have so many jobs. You have contributions. Research and Technology Park, you have no job requirement. You have no contribution requirement, and you have no investment requirement.
Right.
So I basically said, that can't be.
Well, not only that, they come to you and ask for appropriations from the legislature, so you sure as hell have a stake in that.
Yeah,
well, that's all right, but still.
So ultimately, the legislature, I got concerned about it, and I reached out and said, listen, this can't be. We cannot afford to have, and that's where I first came, we cannot afford to have a different entity. It's not government. It's not the government of the Virgin Islands. It's not central government. It's not the executive branch. We cannot have another entity that can give the same benefits to EDC for 15 years, not 10 years, 15 years, just taking taxpayers off the roll of the government. All along the way, Holland, and this is one thing, I never did anything without talking to the board or the committee of the Research and Technology Park. I was very clear on the direction I was going. I was very transparent in where I thought we needed to go. In fact, I laid out a three-part plan. This was to deal solely with how we should address the situation. At the end of the day, I think what they're doing with this amendment and who's ever pushing this bill, because till this day, no one has come to me and sat me down and said, Governor, why are you doing this? Here's why I don't think you should do it. Here, let's talk. No one has raised their hand and come forward and said that at all. All they're doing is innuendos and backdoor and talk. It is selfish. And it is greedy. And to be that selfish and that greedy at a time when we're talking about GRS not having enough money, and I'm talking about solidifying a tax base. But what makes it even more, for me, difficult to accept is that the Virgin Islands, for what we pay to the ISPs, particularly to those that have these benefits, what we pay them, we are the last when you look at the national broadband map with respect to where the Virgin Islands rank.
As far as
Collecting revenues, getting a tax benefit, and at the same time the Virgin Islands is at the bottom. That's a wrong scenario.
In other news, the Guy H. Benjamin Elementary School on St. John will close its doors for good at the end of the current school year due to a significant decline in enrollment. Top Department of Education officials confirmed the closure on Monday. And now, here is Ashley Messiah with your weekly Crime Stoppers report.
Good evening, everyone. This is Ashley Messiah reporting your weekly Crime Stoppers. Crime Stoppers empowers you to make your neighborhood safer by reporting information while remaining totally anonymous. We understand that some people are still skeptical as to how we keep you anonymous. To learn how we do this, visit www.crimestoppersusvi.org and click on how it works. If you know something, say something, as law enforcement needs to know what you know. St. John. On June 3rd at 6 p.m., police received a report of a burglary that occurred at 1U2B Bethany. This break-in occurred between 8:30 a.m. and 5:30 p.m. the same day. Several items were stolen, including a PlayStation 3. Tell us what you know about this crime. St. Thomas. On April 3rd at about 7:45 a.m., Mr. Joseph Brooks was seen driving westward on Julian Jackson Drive. Earlier that morning, Mr. Brooks told his son that he would be going fishing down by Stump Bay. Mr. Joseph Brooks has not been seen since then. Anyone with information relevant to Mr. Joseph Brooks' disappearance, please contact the WSVI-TV Major Crime Units at 340-642-8449, 911, or Crime Stoppers at 1-800-222-TIPS. St. Croix. On June 4th at about 10 p.m., two males with T-shirts covering their faces robbed the Mountain gas station in Frederickstead. Both men pointed their handguns at workers and customers and robbed them. The victims compiled and gave the suspect an unclosed amount of money and cell phones. If you were in the area and saw anything suspicious, like anyone lurking around the business, running away from the business, or anyone who might have been involved in the robbery, please do the right thing and let the police know. Continue to help make our island a safer place to live and visit by telling us what you know about these or any other crimes at www.crimestoppersusvi.org or by calling 1-800-222-TIPS. That's 1-800-222-8477. You can also text USVI plus your message to crimes. All three of these methods will keep you anonymous. If your tips leads to an arrest or the recovery of stolen property, illegal drugs, or weapon, you'll receive a cash reward to be paid according to your instructions. This is Ashley Masai recording your weekly Crime Stoppers for News Channel 8.
Stay tuned for more news after this.
This is News Channel 8. This is News Channel 8.
Now here is Cynthia Graham with your nightly Caribbean report.
Thank you, Junior. Over 30 scientific and technical experts from the wider Caribbean are meeting in Nicaragua this week to discuss current and emerging marine pollution issues within the region. Discussions will center around a variety of topics, including improving public awareness and outreach on the impact of pollution on human health and the environment. According to Christopher Corbin, Program Officer, over 75% of sewage continues to enter the Caribbean Sea untreated, in addition to agrochemical and sediment runoff, the latter of which is approximated at over 300 million tons of topsoil per year, all of which continue to negatively impact coral reefs and coastal fisheries. Trinidad's Movement for Social Justice is calling for a thorough investigation into all the alleged police killings so far this year, as the director of the Police Complaints Authority, Jillian Lucky, recently expressed her organization's concern with the rising number of civilian deaths by police. It is important that the public be informed of the status of the ongoing investigations, as the current climate demands that the public have the utmost confidence in the Police Complaints Authority to carry out its functions fearlessly, the Movement for Social Justice said in a statement. The group is calling on Acting Police Commissioner Stephen Williams to deal with police officers, quote, operating as jury and executioner. So far, 26 people have been killed during police operations this year, including a 15-year-old victim this week. In 2013, 22 people were killed by police in Trinidad. And finally tonight, for all you basketball fans out there, no matter what team you're rooting for in the current NBA Finals, here's a story I think we can all cheer for. A series of programs and initiatives to benefit youth in underserved communities in the Caribbean and Miami will be implemented this summer under a partnership between Sandals Foundation, the official philanthropic arm of Sandals Resorts International, and Wade's World Foundation, founded by NBA champ Dwayne Wade. The partnership's first collaboration is titled Game Changer and will give underserved youth access to planned sports, recreation, healthy lifestyles, and family engagement, as well as activities including new camps, after-school training, and coaching sessions. Commenting on the collaboration, Wayne said, "I look forward to extending our reach internationally to make a positive impact in the lives of children." This has been tonight's Caribbean Report. I'm Cynthia Graham. We'll be back tomorrow to bring you more news and views from in and around the Caribbean. Junior, back to you.
No, thank you, Cynthia. New tonight, the Hispanic Democratic Club of St. Croix is launching an aggressive marketing campaign to get out the vote among young Hispanic voters.
My name is Jose Nieves. I'm the president for the Hispanic Democratic Club of St. Croix. And yes, we are launching a campaign that is going to be focusing on drawing and driving new voters to register. Statistics here in the island are that we have 26,000 registered voters. Out of those 26,000, 15,000 are actually Democrats. We're trying to launch this campaign called Dali Vota, which is actually going to target the youth. For many years, you know, we've had consistency in the Hispanic voters that are registered, but we haven't seen any growth in new voters, and that's exactly what we're targeting with this project. We're launching at the Sunshine Mall. Next to me, I have Hechani Martinez, the secretary of the club. She will give you all the information.
Hello, good evening. My name is Hechani Martinez. I'm the secretary for the Hispanic Democratic Club. Yes, how Joey was saying, we're going to have these activities Saturday from 10 to 3 at Sunshine Mall. The Hispanic Democratic Club in conjunction with the New Horizon. Also, we're going to have activities, music, artists. We're going to have the register demonstration, and we're going to try to register new voters too. I have to say some words in Spanish for our Hispanic community. And los esperamos por allá, vengan a registrarse. Queremos registrar nuevos votantes latinos. Vamos a estar allí disponibles desde las 10 de la mañana hasta las 3 de la tarde. Vengan con su identificación en la mano para poder registrarse y vengan a ver los artistas que vamos a tener a partir de las 12 del mediodía hasta las 3 de la tarde.
Bueno, dímelo mi gente, que es la que es. Este es el Yaco, La Pauta, y estamos aquí representando la campaña de Dale y Vota, mi gente. Esto es para ahora crear conciencia, mi gente, entre la gente como mi edad y menor, ¿sabes? De 18 para arriba, para que se entusiasmen y voten. El 14 vamos a estar allá representando el hispano, el Club Demócrata, allá el 14 este sábado, y vamos a estar tirando un show allí de gratis. Cáile, mi gente, y ahí van a poder registrarse para votar, todas las informaciones, y vamos a estar ahí dando show de gratis, mi gente, no se lo pierdan este sábado.
I want to invite the public to come out and support, not only support, but walk with your 2 IDs, encourage, those parents that are registered, encourage your children to come out. If they're at age to register, it is a right that they have, a right that they should take advantage of. We're going to be there Saturday, like I said, from 12 to 3. We're going to have a live concert. We're going to have some giveaways. Come out and support.
Dale Vota.
Well, you heard the man. Vota. In tonight's education news, the University of the Virgin Islands is gearing up for its 4th annual summer bridge program geared towards high school seniors. Channel 8's Essie Gaston Edwards has the story.
Hi, I'm Essie Gaston Edwards here with the Assistant Interim Director of the Center for Student Success from the UVI Albert A. Sheen campus here on St. Croix with some important details for high school students.
Thank you so much, Ms. Gaston, for having me. As Ms. Gaston said, my name is Sharon Garcia, the Interim Assistant Director for the University of the Virgin Islands Center for Student Success. Currently, we're hosting the 4th annual Summer Bridge program. What is Summer Bridge? Well, Let me tell you. Summer Bridge is a program that was made with high school seniors in mind. Currently, 80% of high school graduating seniors enter into college in the fall or whenever they enter into college and have to take remedial courses. Well, the Summer Bridge was created in 2011 to ensure that these students have a last term opportunity to ensure that they can go directly into college courses rather than having to take remedial courses. Well, I did the math. If a student did not receive a 500 in reading, a 500 in writing, and a 490 in math, then they would have to take at least 4 remedial courses at the University of the Virgin Islands or any university or college anywhere. So the chance of them actually entering into college and not taking remedial courses is very low, even if they took the placement test. What the Summer Bridge program does is give them 5 weeks of intensive training to improve those skills in reading, writing, and math. And at the end of it, we've seen students gone from having to take 4 remedial courses in the fall to only having to take 2. Some of them have passed out and tested out of all 4 remedial courses and gone directly into college courses, which have saved themselves and their parents a total of, at the University of Virgin Islands, a total of $2,500. And that's a lot of money to save. So this program is a free program. We have 2 types of program. We have a residential program, but we also have a day program for students also, where the residential program, they come on campus on Sunday and they leave on Friday. They eat there, they sleep there, they do everything there, they have fun there while they're learning and improving their skills in these instructions. But at the same time, the day program, they come 8 o'clock in the morning and they leave at 5. We also feed them breakfast, lunch, and they eat right before they leave. It's very important that the public is very aware of this great opportunity so that they can take advantage of it.
Well, thank you, Ms. Phillip Garcia. She said a mouthful, obviously. And if you're interested in the Summer Bridge program, who can we contact? Where do we contact you or whoever else is in charge? And how does that senior get in contact with anybody in order to sign up for the Summer Bridge program? Like, what's the process? Is there an application, a fee, a deadline?
Yes. Absolutely. There's an application. The deadline had passed, but Dr. Hall, which is the president of the University of the Virgin Islands, wanted to increase the space availability, and he did that, and that's why I'm here recruiting more students. The second deadline is this Friday, June 13th. The requirement to be accepted into the Summer Bridge program will be, of course, you fill out the application, you have a 300-word personal statement, which every student should have because they have to have their personal statement within their portfolios, which they have to submit as a requirement of graduating, and a letter of recommendation from anybody who knows them, who could speak to their character and their academic abilities. And they can contact Ms. Shireen Garcia at the Center for Student Success at the University of the Virgin Islands, Albert A. Sheen campus. My telephone number is 340-692-4274. That's 340-692-4274. And an alternate number you can call is 340-692-4140. And you can speak to anyone. You can come on campus and ask anybody about the Summer Bridge program, and anyone can direct you to my office. And come in, fill the application, and you will be accepted on the spot.
Thank you very much. And I'm Essie Gaston-Edwards for News Channel 8.
More news straight ahead.
This newscast has been sponsored by Mario's Virgin Crystal. Let us save you the hassle of lugging those jugs around. Purified bottled water conveniently delivered to your home or office. Also available in your favorite grocery store. Call 773-2810.
This is News Channel 8. This is News Channel 8.
Finally tonight, we have highlights from the recent Forward Guardian 2 military operation held on St. Croix to test the preparedness of the Virgin Islands National Guard.
Operation Forward Guardian is a military-centric operation that was born with the Office of the Operations of Virgin Islands National Guard. It's a military-centric operation which tests the readiness of the Virgin Islands National Guard to support civil authorities here in the Virgin Islands if it becomes necessary. QRF, the Quick Reactionary Force that's embedded in the 104th or both battalions I think that that element is very important in support of civil authority, particularly in the law enforcement aspect. And I think that they did a wonderful job. Well, not only is the exercise important, the mere existence of the Virgin Islands National Guard is important. It's a community-based organization. The majority of soldiers that are part of the Virgin Islands National Guard was born here and or came from our neighboring Caribbean islands. There are vested interests, 100% here in the territory. Our mothers live here, our sisters live here, our grandmother lives here, and our kids live here. So it is very important that we get it right and get it right the first time.
Looked like some good training. Almost felt like I was there myself. We'll have more highlights of the operation in tomorrow's newscast. Stay tuned for part 2. Don't go anywhere. We have your weather coming up next.
Your weather coming up next. Your weather.
And here's a look at your local weather.
Tonight, isolated showers after 8 p.m., mostly clear with a low around 71, east wind around 16 miles per hour, chance of precipitation is 10%. Thursday, isolated showers, sunny with a high near 89, heat index values as high as 99, east wind around 15 miles per hour, chance of precipitation is 10%. Thursday night, isolated showers, partly cloudy with a low around 71, east wind around 16 miles per hour, chance of precipitation is 20%. Friday, isolated showers, sunny with a high near 89, east wind around 16 miles per hour, chance of precipitation is 20%. Friday night, isolated showers, partly cloudy with a low around 71, east wind around 17 miles per hour, chance of precipitation is 20%. And this is Essie Gaston Edwards with your News Channel 8 Weather Report.
Well, thank you for tuning in. Do not forget to like us on Facebook at WSVI-CH8 and follow us on Twitter at WSVI-TV News. And be sure to subscribe to Channel 8 on your YouTube at WSVI-TV News Channel 8. Watch us on your computer. Plus, use the free Dish Anywhere app to DVR us or see us anywhere in the world on your smartphone or tablet. I'm Junior Garcia, and World News is up next. Good night, Virgin Islands.
TV8 News was brought to you by Total Excellium. More protection, more miles. Total. You know where to turn.